Hello and welcome to our introduction to Capital Allowances. My name is Andrew Stanley. I'm the Managing Director of Stanley Tax Associates, or STAX, as you probably know us. If you're new to this area, you've probably got a number of questions swirling around in your mind. Things like, what are capital allowances? What do they do? How do I go about claiming these? Who are STAX? And how do I make hundreds of millions of pounds using capital allowances? Well, today we're going to answer 4 of those questions. Now, I could sit here and tell you that capital allowances are your statutory right, that they are a form of tax relief available on loose items of plant and machinery and fixtures embedded in the commercial building. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, we spoke to a number of our partners and clients about what they thought capital allowances were.
So capital allowances are a combination of civilian and quite complex tax legislation and computations. Simply put, anybody that owns a commercial property could be sitting on top of quite substantial tax rebate or windfall to them.
Capital allowances are tax deductible expenses on certain capital expenditure, whether you're buying a new or second-hand commercial property, and also on expenditure for plant and machinery, refurbishment works, repair works, fitting out. Those sort of expenses can be offset against profits to reduce tax payable for clients.
Well, in our area, we're looking at buildings. When you look at a building, you're perfectly entitled to claim capital allowances on the embedded plant and machinery. These are things like the electrics, the plumbing, fire alarms, lifts, air conditioning, whatever happens to be in the building that makes it function. And whilst it's your statutory right to claim this relief, separating out the element of your expenditure that you can claim from the bit that you can't, in a way that HMRC are happy about, is where a specialist firm like us steps in. Great, you've got these capital allowances, but what does that mean? Well, unfortunately, it's not a pound-for-pound check back from HMRC. That would be great. It would literally mean the Treasury is buying all of our plant and machinery for us. However, that isn't the system we live under. But what it does do is that it decreases your taxable profits. This, in turn, means you pay tax on a smaller number, which equals less tax, which equals more money in your pocket. So still, an absolutely awesome outcome. Well, it's pretty straightforward. There's a lot of phone calls you have to make in a business. You may be phoning up and renewing your insurance policy because the premiums have gone up by 20% for no reasons at all. It's much, much easier than that. All you need to do is pick the phone up, speak to myself or one of our team here that are not only experts in the field, but also a great bunch of guys. And finally, who are these STAX guys? Are we a firm of superheroes sent from the past, from another dimension, to save you money on your tax? Well, some may say yes. However, the report probably more accurately described as a fusion of tax advisors, certified chartered accountants, chartered surveyors, who are perfectly positioned to provide the tax advice, forensic accounting, and quantity surveying needed to accurately value and submit claims for capital allowances, therefore saving our clients, who number in the thousands over the last 10 years, a large amount of money on their tax bill. Being the managing director here, some may argue, justifiably, that I'm a little bit biased when it comes to talking about my own business. So we locked a number of our existing clients in a room and only let those who recorded nice testimonials about us out.
I had so little contact, so there was no effort from my point of view. It was just, well, could you sort this building out? Yes. And I forgot all about it until I think my accountant literally said, well, you would have been paying X amount of tax, and now it's 2/3 of that amount of tax for the year on this one building. And I just remember thinking, my God, that was so easy. It was so effortless, and it helped the cash flow. So sort of, it was such a big help to the cash flow for doing nothing pretty much.
Andrew has a professional, enthusiastic attitude to what he does, and those traits are transferred across to the rest of his team, which is fantastic. It's great for us to have someone that we can trust, in this field to deliver on capital allowances. We've got no hesitation in recommending STAX and Andrew to our clients. And hopefully this relationship will continue many years to come, and you can continue to help our clients.
So at PFP, I've worked with Andrew and the team at STAX for, it must be 6 to 7 years now, and found working with the team there hugely refreshing. A very professional approach to work, very likeable, very amenable people, some questionable senses of humour, and don't ever let Andrew buy you a Christmas present because you'll get an STAX umbrella. But what the guys there do, they are really, really good with our clients, and that is so important to us. And I believe over the 6 to 7 years, we must be in the tens of millions of pounds of tax relief to identify for our clients in that time. I'd highly recommend Andrew and STAX to accountants and clients alike.
We only work on performance-related fees. This means that if we don't find any new capital allowances, new tax relief for your operation there, then we charge as a percentage of nothing. So the fees to you will be £0, and the only people who've lost out will be us. We'll take it on the chin and move on to the next instruction. But I've just been told that apparently we're running out of space on the SD card in our camera. So I'm just going to leave you with one final point, and this is absolutely crucial, this piece of information, that will allow you to make very, very large amount of money, millions of pounds using